What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is MJ's World, and I'm doing a podcast with my sister today.
This is Baehoni.
And I'll let her promote her stuff and all the new stuff she's got going.
All right. So, as some of you know, if you guys watched the last video, I actually am a radio host on Dash Radio for the Caliente Girls. So I interview all the celebrities out in LA. And I was also a part of another podcast, which unfortunately I had to resign due to mismanagement and unprofessionalism from the female counterparts. But I actually do that. I actually on Dash Radio. I actually interview a lot of celebrities. I interview a lot of celebrities out in LA, upcoming artists, people that are making a difference. And I also do another podcast with the community in Inglewood. I help a lot of people from Inglewood to Carson, and we speak on a lot of issues within the community, within the our demographic, people of color. So we really help with that. And I was on another show, but unfortunately, I had to resign due to mismanagement. And now I am actually moving on to some different endeavors. So I have a special announcement coming up for New Year's Eve. So you guys stay tuned.
Yup. And today we're gonna be doing some would you rather's. And the first question is gonna be something not so serious, but like fun. Would you rather study deep sea or study space?
Well, I would say space. And let me tell you why I would say space. Because NASA tried to do deep sea studying and NASA had to back out. And they were like, fuck it. I mean, we don't want to deal with what's on Earth right now underneath. So we're just going to go to space. We're going to fucking chance it. You know, we might get abducted by aliens. Who knows? They might fucking put a probe up our ass. Who knows? But we're not going back down there. So if NASA does not want to go down there and study it, I'll go to space. I'll go to space.
Yeah, I would pick space too, but then deep sea I wouldn't pick it because like it's right here and it's like so scary though. Like how is something that's like right in our backyard just so
Exactly.
so terrifying. There's so many creatures we don't know about yet. There's probably like secret civilizations under there or something like
Exactly.
we don't know, or it could be even like a portal to like a dimension or something at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom. We really don't know. We
Exactly.
still don't know what the Bermuda Triangle is really. So
No.
like there's so much mystery there. But then like with space, we know like the black holes. We know a lot of the
It
stuff.
seems like we're a lot safer in space than we are on Earth, which is crazy
Yeah,
because we live here.
like we don't know much about either. But like I feel like we would have more knowledge about space
We
actually.
do. We do. NASA ain't going down there. They changed their whole program. I don't know what they seen down there. It's like we'll take our fucking chances.
Yeah, like I was looking at this TikTok earlier, and then people were saying that there was like some like UFO like
Mm.
above the sky, like in
Mm.
Vegas.
Oh shit.
Like it
Wouldn't
was
doubt it.
it was like over there by like what you call it, Sapphire and like Resort World.
Oh.
It was like right above them, and like they saw
Okay.
like some like aircraft type thing, like with a red light and
Of
like
course it would be Vegas.
yeah.
Of course it would be Vegas. If there was an alien abduction anywhere, it'd either be Vegas, New York,
Yeah.
or Florida because they real different in Florida.
Right. I would say somewhere weird like Ohio too, or
Ohio,
like Kentucky, like Flatland.
Kentucky, Louisiana. You know, like places like that.
Yeah.
Lord,
Or maybe even Pennsylvania, because they just have like the most random supernatural stuff
they
happening.
really do. It's very haunted in Pennsylvania. Oh, very haunted.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. All right.
But would you rather do space or would you rather do like supernatural studies like the Warrens type deal?
Well, I'm already an empath,
Yeah.
so I would say supernatural because I'm already like gifted with it, so I already know like, okay, this is what to expect. I've been seeing dead people since I was like fucking 5. The shit really don't phase me that much. Like, do you know how many times I'm in my house and I'm just like, like sometimes I'll like see shit or hear shit, but at this point, like I'm so fed up with life and I'm just so fed up with everything. Like I'll see something, I'll see a shadow, I'll be like, bitch, not today. I
Said
wish the fuck you would.
not this
Not to
negativity.
not this negativity
Nope.
because we just gonna be fighting. Me and you, you and me. See, I made friends with my demons. I got plenty of them. I done made friends with them. We see eye to eye, bitch. Don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you. At this fucking point, do you know who the fuck I was married to?
Oh.
I done faced many of demons. Demons don't scare me.
They probably were a demon.
They were demons. They were demons. So then demons ain't phasing me. It ain't phasing me. As soon as they try to get the fuck out my face. Because I'm already fed up. I ain't got shit to lose. I'm fed up. So I would say supernatural studies because I'm already used to it. Why is she
Yeah.
She co-signing.
See.
All right, next question, bro.
Uh, this isn't a would you rather, but
Mm-hmm.
what was like? Did you have any like other paranormal experiences after like the house situation?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Like what was the creepiest one that you encountered?
My ex-husband. I was staying with him, and we were staying in downtown LA.
Hmm.
And he came back from one of his excursions. I'm calling it an excursion.
Right.
And I remember I'm fucking half asleep,
Yeah.
and this nigga is like standing in the corner, hunched over, like you.
Hell
And
nah.
this is a big ass nigga. Like anybody that knows who I was married to knows that this is a big ass linebacker ass nigga.
Mm-mm.
This nigga was hunched over. He didn't even remember it. Hunched over in an unnatural fucking position. Hunched over. At first, I thought it was the excursion, but no, it was a little bit more because his fucking eyes.
Oh
His eyes
shit.
looked different. Like I was first, I was like, oh, he just, you know.
Yeah.
But then when I seen his eyes, I was like, oh, it's a little bit more than that.
Oh no.
So what I did, he was like hunched over, but thank goodness baby was asleep. He was like, he was weird as hell. He was hunched over in the weirdest fucking position. And this is a
Oh.
big man. And I was just sitting there. He started growling at me and shit. I'm just like,
Hell
and at
no.
that point, I was so tired. I literally,
You just fuck it.
you
I'm
said,
going back
nope,
to
I'm
sleep.
done. Neither like, I'm done. I walk over to him and I just put my hand on because at this point, I'm just like over. I'm just like, I just start praying. So I get to pray and he get to just,
Oh.
I'm just like, oh, okay, all right, this is a big nigga now. It's a big nigga. I'm praying. I'm like, all right, whatever the fuck this is, you gotta go. Because I don't have time for this shit. So I started
Yeah.
praying. Yeah, you were not dealing with it?
Uh-uh.
You not? Nope. You were asleep. So good. You didn't
Yeah.
have to see that shit. But I literally I started praying over him, praying and praying and praying and praying. And then he just started growling more.
Oh.
And then he was just like, the look in his eye, it's just like nothing was there. Nothing was fucking there. And I
Oh
was like,
wow.
okay. And then he started talking. But then here's the thing, when he started talking,
Mm.
he wasn't talking in human language.
It was like tongue.
He was talking in tongues, but it was multiple voices in one. It
Oh.
was multiple, it's like 4 or 5 voices in one. And his eyes just looked like just empty.
Oh wow.
And I just like put my hand on him. And I was scared as hell, but at the same time I was tired. So I was like, you know what?
Like I gotta do something.
Well, I gotta do something. Because this motherfucker ain't about to be sitting up in my house doing this shit.
For real.
So I started praying. I started praying and praying and praying, and power of prayer works. So I started praying, started growling at me, and it was like hella voice. It was loud as hell. I was like, okay. So I just started praying. I just like grabbed him. And I was just like praying and praying and praying. And eventually, what the scary part about it. Because you said yeah. Like that. Yeah. Because your skin go like that. Yeah. Like that. Yeah. And so I started, and all of a sudden he fucking collapsed on the floor in the middle of the living room.
Oh.
And this is when the scariest part happened. He collapsed on the floor, and this shadow just fucking came up out of him.
Oh, so you saw it come out.
I saw it come out of him.
Ooh.
He was laid out, passed out. He like passed out on the floor. And I was about to pick his big ass up. He got me fucked up.
Yeah,
you about to
he
lay on that
gonna
motherfucking
sit
floor with your big ass. He didn't even remember that. That's what got me, is he didn't remember it. And the fucking like shadow came out. It was a big ass fucking shadow. And then all of a sudden the shadow like fucking brushed past me and went out the window. because the window was open and went right out the window. And I was just looking, and he was just passed out.
Oh
I
wow.
thought he was dead at first. I had to check his damn pulse. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just pray, pray a little bit. I went in the room, I locked the door of the room. Me and
Yeah.
Eva. I was like, just in case that motherfucker want to spin the block and
Yeah.
come back. I literally prayed and I stayed in the room,
Mm.
me and Aneva. He come knocking on the why the fuck is the door? Like I was like, nigga, you didn't know what you did last night? You didn't know what you came in as last night? He's like, I don't know. I got faded and I don't know. I don't remember nothing. I was like, yeah, you need to stop doing that shit.
He got possessed by something.
And it's the crazy thing is, it was happening more and more often.
Oh.
Eddie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She remembers, which is sad, but she remembers. He's done it in front of her.
Oh.
He's done it in front of her, which is
like how was she reacting to it?
Scared as hell, screaming, crying.
Man.
Damn near.
Like
help me! He got me like that. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was shocking, and it wasn't the first encounter. So that was one of the scariest things because he was so much bigger than me.
Yeah. Like how many more times did it happen?
After that, well, before then it happened a couple times, but it wasn't as intense. It was like 3 times before we moved to LA, and then after that incident, it had to have been about 6-7 times.
Oh my gosh!
And like good 4 times was in front of her. It was very violent. It was like he was possessed. I don't know if he's still possessed.
He probably is. Yeah. Like when you're abusing substances like that, like it opens you up to stuff like that. So
I really hope that eventually he finds the help that he needs. He gets the help. I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm not trying to bash him, but I pray that he gets the help that he needs because it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with, and I couldn't do it no more. And like he definitely was under demonic possession. To be honest, like he was definitely under demonic possession because there's no way that you react that way and don't even remember what the fuck you did.
Like just the blank stare in his eyes says
there was nothing. It was nothing, and she even said it's like nothing, and it would scare her. She would literally be screaming like. There would be times where I would like hear her screaming in the other room after he would come home from one of his excursions, screaming her head off. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm knowing that he just came home. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, she's screaming, she's staring at him, and he's just staring at her back with that fucking them eyes. And she's just screaming, Daddy, 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 no, no, no. And I'm like, it broke my fucking heart. I couldn't deal with it.
The little ones can tell.
Yeah, and I couldn't be around it no more. I had to leave. Because I say, Daddy, no. Yeah, but you don't have to go through that no more. Okay, thank God. God is good, right? And my dad say no. Yeah. Yeah. So next question, bro. What back?
Yeah.
I said dad no. Yeah.
I guess I should answer my question too.
Yeah, answer is it? Yeah.
Let's see. The weirdest thing I encountered after the house. I didn't encounter too many, but I'll say a few. Like one time, like when I was like walking somewhere, I seen like actually it was with Jay.
It was with Jay.
Yeah, like we were walking somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were walking somewhere and like
try to tell her story too. Like, hey, hold on.
Go ahead, you got more?
You got another story?
Yeah. Because 5 students. Because if pink and orange and purple.
Oh. Yeah, but we were like walking, right? Trying to get somewhere. I forgot where we were going, but basically like I was walking, like all of a sudden I hear him counting like 1, 2, 3, right? Because he was looking down.
And Jay?
Yeah, and then he then he saw the shadows and he was like 1, 2, 3, and there was a third shadow behind us. I looked, there was nobody there. I did.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
It was like we were like crossing through these like complexes or something, and then like
what side of town?
It was going towards north.
Oh, okay.
Like kind of like Nellis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nellis is super haunted.
Yeah, like it was like some shadow with like with like some sort of hat, like maybe it was like
Baseball hat.
nah, like a soldier hat or like
Oh,
something like
okay.
that.
Oh, damn.
I was like, what the hell?
And
That
y'all dipped, right?
He said,
yeah.
what the hell?
And th-
I didn't say what the hell. Because I scared.
yeah, then one of the other times, like I was just out walking around like
Mm-hmm.
here or whatever. Uh then I think I was in the complex too.
Oh shit.
I was just like taking out some garbage. Like I don't think it was something that's like attached to the complex. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
something that had came.
Wandering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was taking out the garbage. I I like saw from my peripheral because like
Mm-hmm.
I have good senses.
Mm-hmm.
I can sense stuff too.
Yeah.
But like I sensed it first, then like I kind of peeked from my peripheral.
A guy hear me like that. No, don't like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, but
Because I heard scared knock a door.
You hear it
the
scared knock the
door.
door. Yeah. It's a neat show.
Yeah, this her show.
This her show.
A curse, and we sleep in my castle.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. So let's talk about your experience.
Yeah, I'll start it from the top.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I was going to take out the garbage, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Then I like sensed something like it was a lot of like a strong aura, really.
Mm-hmm.
Then I like peripheral like look to my right. Saw like these big eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were kind of like those little like personal garages like
Mm-hmm.
over by.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was sitting on top of that. And then I just saw big eyes.
Yep. Bye. Keepers creepers.
Yeah, big eyes. Like didn't really get to see like how the body looked or
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Like I even looked dead at it too.
Mm-hmm.
But like I couldn't see the body. It was just like really big and like big eyes. And then yeah, like I saw that. Then I like ran to the garbage. Threw it in the garbage real quick. I was like,
Yeah.
nope. Then when I had like ran back, like I didn't see it anymore.
Yeah. It was a wandering spirit. That's all.
Yeah.
It's a wandering spirit. I mean, at least it didn't charge towards you or anything like that.
Oh yeah, nah. It was just like looking.
Yeah. It's probably just big chilling. So you literally just put it like you looked right at it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you just like honestly it happens. I remember I was in LA and I was driving, it's like late at night, and I was driving around the Carson area, and it's like a freeway, and it's like there's a turn and it goes like towards like if you're going to like Yellow Basket or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was driving Young somewhere late at night because he always had me waking up in the middle of the night. I was driving, well, my ex, let's say my ex, we can edit out his name, but I was driving my ex somewhere over by like it's like we were going to Yellow Basket in Carson. So, and he wanted me to go to a certain area.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the freeway. It's like 2, 3 in the morning, and I see this shadow of a person on the freeway. Like the freeway is pretty much empty. I see the shadow of a person just standing there on the way that I'm turning, and I'm just like. I like swerved the car real quick, and he was like, my ex was like, why are you swerving the car? Like, you fucking, what are you fucking stupid? You know, because he loved calling me stupid. You fucking stupid. Why you swerved the fucking car? Nobody was there. But I had seen a shadow. And then I had asked later on the other family members, I was like, hey, has anybody died on that area? Because he didn't see anything, but I did. He's like, has anybody died on that area? And they're like, yeah, there's plenty of people that have gotten into accidents and died there, and people that have like, have died in that area.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I was seeing one of the spirits from that. But like literally, it literally looked like there was a guy standing right there and I was going to hit him. So I just swerved real quick. But a lot of that, I've seen a lot of that in LA, especially when I was living downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown, there's a lot of spirits downtown. I was on 8th Street in New Hampshire. I don't know if anybody that's been to LA that's from LA, like 8th Street, New Hampshire, downtown is not the best neighborhood. It's like a couple blocks from Skid Row. And the alleyway that I was like, where I lived at, nothing but homeless people. Like homeless people will have homeless people meetings. Like I think the whole homeless council was having meetings in my goddamn alleyway. I swear. And I would have to get up late at night and either drop him off somewhere or pick him up from somewhere,
Mm.
usually from one of his parties or hanging out with his niggas or whatever. And there'd be plenty of times where I would see spirits.
Yeah.
There are plenty of times where I would open the gate and see like a spirit staring at me, or see like somebody that had passed away. There was a guy that had passed away a few weeks prior. He was in the alleyway. He was to like left side. And I remember I drove past him, and I was like, I had to like stop. Like I didn't stop, but I kind of like drove past real slow. He had voided his bowels. He was just laying dead. It looked like he had been there for like at least a day or so.
Mm.
Voided his bowels, everything. And I was like, okay, he's definitely not breathing, nothing. And I just went past and I told my ex, I was like, hey, it's a dead guy. He's like, oh yeah, that dude's dead. Couple weeks later, I go to pick my ex up from one of his parties. And I see that same guy standing, just staring at me at the end of the alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back, and he's gone, just disappeared in thin air. So it's a lot of paranormal stuff that goes in. If you want to see some paranormal stuff, the top places I would suggest that you go would be downtown LA.
Yeah.
Definitely, especially by the Cecil. New Orleans.
Yeah.
By the French Quarter. I actually spent the night in one of the hotels there that used to be a cemetery.
Yeah.
That they converted into a hotel. That's very haunted. There was blood that would appear and disappear on the curtains. There were spirits, there were shadows, there was a whole bunch of stuff. Like I did not go to sleep. That I was there because I had to go for my divorce from my first husband. I had a couple of husbands, okay? I'm not too fortunate in that area. Not even fortunate. I just don't want to deal with nobody's bullshit. So I'm the divorce lady. I will leave a nigga. It ain't nothing to cut a bitch off. So this is my first husband, right? I was getting divorced from him, and I stayed the night in New Orleans so I could get a Uber to go to Baton Rouge. And I did not sleep a wink that night. Not a wink. There was blood that would appear and reappear on the curtains and on the floors. And then there was like shadows, and then like the walls would look like they were bleeding.
Yeah.
They would look like they were bleeding, but it was just like old. And I was like, I would cut off the light, be nothing there. Cut off the light and watch a TV. I see blood dripping down the wall. So I go downstairs. I ask the concierge. I'm like, yo, somebody died down like in our room or some shit. They're like, oh well, this used to be a cemetery. Not cemetery, but a mortuary.
Man, that's worse.
This used to be a mortuary. And I'm like, and y'all decided
to
build a fucking hotel for people to sleep in a mortuary? They're like, well, I mean, New Orleans is filled with spirits. I'm like, so you wasn't gonna tell me when I checked in?
That don't mean pick like the worst of the worst places to build something. A mortuary is worse than most places.
It's like fucking. I'm sitting here. I'm like looking at the lady. She just looking like, yeah, it's normal down here. I'm like, you should. When I checked in, you could have told me before I started seeing the walls bleed.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming down in the morning and I'm telling you I ain't got a week of sleep. You telling me, oh yeah, it used to be a mortuary, just casually. Oh yeah, this used to be a mortuary.
Yeah,
I'm like,
nah. You see, I'm good off that. I'm glad that I never like went over to New Orleans when I was in Biloxi.
Yeah.
Because like I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I don't know the scenery.
New Orleans is a beautiful. Don't get me wrong. New Orleans is a beautiful place.
It's swampy.
But it's beautiful though. Like the culture is beautiful. Like if you go at the right times and you're around the right people, it's a beautiful culture. It's honestly, I would visit New Orleans again. I just wouldn't stay at the hotels down there because motherfuckers don't be telling you when it's haunted.
Yeah.
But
I would just pass through, get some food.
It's really like honestly, the culture in New Orleans is very rich. I actually really love the people out there. People out there are pretty nice in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Not Port Allen, but New Orleans. People are very nice. People are very, very mannerable. The food is fucking delicious. You can't beat the food down there. You cannot beat the food. And I've known, I actually went to the military and went to school with some people from New Orleans. Sweetest people you ever want to meet.
Oh, yeah.
Their hotels downtown in New Orleans, haunted as fuck.
No,
would never stay there again.
That makes sense, though. Downtown is like...
Down by the like French Quarter.
That's like the most like iffy place.
Never stay there again. But I was pinching pennies. I was like, well, this is by the area that we need to go. So I'll just not knowing if the walks is gonna bleed. But hey, shit happens.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Don't like if you are not into spirituality, if you're spiritually sensitive and you're scary, New Orleans is not the place to go. It, yeah, if you're used to it, like me, I'm used to it. Like that's why I didn't like trip out or leave the hotel room because I was just like, oh, here we go. That's why I was like, oh, somebody. I was just sitting there at the person that I went with. That I don't speak to that person any longer, but the person that I went with, which was a friend of mine, female friend. I ain't out here with niggas. I ain't taking vacation with niggas. This is not my style. I don't fuck with. But this is a female friend of mine, and yeah, I remember. Yeah, I went there with one of my female friends, one of my old best friends, and yeah, we weren't really phased by it because we were used to. Well, me, I was used to it.
Yeah.
I was extremely used to it, so I was just like looking like,
Oh, here we go.
here we go.
Here we go.
I was like, I'm gonna just turn on the light when I go to the bathroom. I'm just gonna keep this TV on.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not going to sleep because I didn't, you know. So I'm just gonna look. But the person I was with was freaked out. She was freaked out, and I was just like, man, just watch the TV. Don't even. She's like, but the wall. I was like, look, just watch the fucking TV.
Like if you
Just
act scared, it's just gonna make it want to mess with you more.
exactly. Don't.
Really.
I kept telling her like, don't acknowledge. She said, but the wall. Don't look at it. Look at the TV. But the wall. Look at the fucking TV. You give it attention, it's gonna fuck with you even more.
Exactly.
Let it do its fucking thing.
Like, don't give it attention. Don't antagonize.
Do not antagonize it.
Like that'll just make it even worse.
Then the door started opening. The door started shaking. She's like, "Oh my goodness!" I was like, "Shut the fuck up. Watch the TV. Ignore it. Ignore it." I'm just sitting there staring at the TV. She's like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm
like stop reacting.
She's like, "How are you not?"
You're like, I do this.
Watch the TV. Don't look. And she kept looking.
You just gotta smack her.
Don't pay. It's kind of like when you see, the known crackhead on the street asking for money. You look right past him. Do not give him eye contact. Or if you getting hollered at, and you know a nigga about to holler at you, and do not get eye contact with him because he gonna think that that's the go to come and talk to you. Walk forward. They do not exist.
Or the crackheads that are tweaking out at the moment. Like don't
give
look
them
at
eye
them.
contact.
Don't even like be in that vicinity.
And she's sitting there staring right at it like, oh, look at the TV. You're gonna give it a fucking reason.
Right.
Look.
Good thing that she wasn't trying to record nothing though. Like that would have made it like 10 times worse.
Man,
like once you record, like
they really
them
gonna
show out.
Oh, we got cameras. We got a show.
Said they don't think I'm real. They think
they think this for play. They gonna turn the video. It's showtime. Like, man,
says surprise,
bitches. You just gotta go forward.
Yeah. Y'all, that's the. Nope, she's not gonna let us talk. What are you doing?
Neva, look at the camera. Look, say hi.
but yeah, that's the end of the podcast. It was a pleasure having you.
No problem.
And we'll be back some other time to talk about more stuff.
Yeah, we'll definitely have more topics, and we'll definitely.
Are you trying to cut it off? Bro, we're not done yet.
Look, say bye to everybody, baby.
I did.
but yeah, y'all, peace.